Hello, I'm Stan. I'm a CEO of 𝗷𝗶𝘃. I'm also actively working in 𝗕𝗶𝘁𝗵.
Hello, I'm Alexandre and I'm a developer on the 𝗕𝗶𝘁𝗵 team.
I'm Yakin. I'm the lead developer on 𝗕𝗶𝘁𝗵.
And I will give you some quick answer about some incredible question on the game. I have so many memories about the development of the game. It's a game that is very close to our heart. We put a lot of energy and love in making it. Actually, I have two great memories. First time I saw Captain Dogo, who was shown by me by Flo, our art director. We were searching to create a very likable character that will be a little bit reminiscent of Miyazaki work on 𝗕𝗏 Holmes, actually. And this character was already like positive and adventurous in his stance. And I feel like, oh, it's absolutely the main character we need for this game. And the second very memorable stuff, I think, was the first time I saw somebody playing the game. Because, like the fishing bubble and magnet gameplay is new, you never played a game like this before. We are always a little bit anxious about, are people going to keep playing and playing and playing? And when we saw that people were just, like fishing, popping bubbles and merging and do it in a row and wanted to do more and more and more and more of it, I feel a level of confidence in the project, which was amazing. And for me, it was like a central positive experience in the development of the game.
So mainly I've worked on social features such as the club, but I'd like to work on more interaction with the player features such as the whack-a-mole minigame, but something more related to 3D, such as a boat race or a small RPG event in the game.
As you know, video game development is really hard, and especially on mobile, and 𝗕𝗏𝘁𝗵 doesn't escape that rule. Our ambitions for the project were really big. We wanted to have a game with a huge amount of characters and assets in general, so we had to come up with a solution on how to be able to do that on a mobile device. I worked for several weeks on a system that will allow us to add as many characters, boats, landscape, etc. as we want in the game, and in the end we managed to do it. And that's how now we have more than 500 characters and more than 200 boats in the game. And when you think about it, it's really rare to see mobile games with this amount of assets. And yeah, I think that's one of the biggest achievements for me in the project.
I think 𝗕𝗏𝘁𝗵 is a unique blend between a very accessible and addictive gameplay. You are fishing treasure with your magnet and you never know what you're gonna get, but you are always searching for something new. And we have this very creative universe we have created with so many characters, a lot of humor, a lot of creativity in many ways you will see by playing the game. And at the same time, we are trying to convey positive messages and value. We have an eco-friendly theme, which you're going to find all along the game in events, dialogues. And this kind of mashup is very unique to 𝗕𝗏𝘁𝗵. You cannot find another game which is exactly like it. And for us, it's very important to create this type of original content that nobody has ever produced before.
In my opinion, 𝗕𝗏𝘁𝗵 is more focused on adventure and discovery. There are a lot of details thanks to the crew member and small Easter eggs that are not part of the game.
I think players can see the amount of love that we developers have put in the game. When you look at all the characters, the boats, the animations, the landscapes, etc., you can see that in all the small details we always try to inject some fun or something that we are really passionate about, either if it comes from movies, video games, or any other media. There is always something fun to discover in the game. Also, what is unique to 𝗕𝗏𝘁𝗵 is we wanted to make a mobile game that is very generous. The game is always trying to let you play as much as you can, and they will always get something in return for any activity they do in the game.
My favorite crew member is, of course, Captain Dogo. I actually speak a little bit through him in the dialogues. I think he's carrying like this sense of friendship. He's a good captain. He wants to do the right thing. He's courageous. there is a lot of stuff to be doing for him, and he's always happy to do them. So it's for me, I think it's a really great character with a lot of depth. You will find him in many events within the game, and he's my absolutely personal favorite character within the game.
So my favorite crew member is 𝗷𝗲𝘃𝗍. He's part of the video game history evolution. He's a monochromatic dog, such as you can find on Game Boy, the first one. I named it after one of my favorite video games, Return of the Obra Dinn, since they have the same monochromatic graphic style.
My favorite character in the game is probably 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗃 from the Castle collection. He's a twist on the famous Cthulhu monster from H.P. Lovecraft. I'm a huge fan of that writer and cosmic horror in general. Seeing that character, which is inspired from a very famous monster, twisted into a silly character with his tentacles swirling around his staff and his very weird animation always makes me laugh, and I find that amazing.